going to score. It's a pick six and an AFC touchdown.
I have to believe that in a Pro Bowl situation, we talk about these defensive backs during the season, that they're educated gamblers. They take the education out of it. They just go for the football here. Hey, try and make a big play, and if you get one, you really look terrific in this game.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Way to go, boy. Way to get it started.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack.
Now the pressure gets home, and the AFC comes up with a sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw pulled in by Kittle. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On play action, now Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. And this is going to be incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the AFC is going to get the football back in great field position. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. A gain of 6 there on 1st. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that is incomplete. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going. It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And he cannot get rid of it. The NFC getting in there for the sack. Brian Burns. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Herbert. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, You can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Here's A.J. Cole now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. Their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And again, it's Rodgers. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On play action, it's Rodgers. Got this complete to the tight end, Pitts. That catch good for only a couple. From the 45 on second down, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Derwin James with a pick. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
On first down, Rodgers. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And down inside the 15 he goes. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Rodgers. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This a 33-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Going for the deep ball. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Rodgers now on first down. Gets this one to Juszczyk. 3 yards the gain there, second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Rodgers to throw. And Cook has it left side. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Cook, and he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 2nd down and 3. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. On first down, it's Cook. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the AFC going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Rodgers. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the fourth quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year.
Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Herbert. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.